everybody, and welcome back to another On the Table video, guys. I've got some awesome stuff to show you guys in this video. Some stuff that I'm very, very happy about, very excited about, guys. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the fact that I have been accumulating quite a few character models. So I've got these three, I've got a few more up on the shelf, I've got more in the box, I've got a few more that in the pipeline as well that are going to get made. So I've got my White Dwarf here, I've got my limited edition Skulls guy, and I've got the female Tech Priest that I made. However, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to field them all at once, unless I do like some kind of crazy 8,000 point list of Adeptus Mechanicus. So I thought to myself, there must be a way of being able to make something that I can then have these guys mounted on, perhaps. Something maybe I can use as a unit in-game, but like I say, just have these guys on it, just for the sake of rule of cool. So I thought to myself, what do I have? What would be cool? What would be interesting to have on the battlefield? And I thought, maybe some kind of, palanquin, like Adeptus Mechanicus palanquin, or a dais, or some kind of transporter that they can all stand on. And it got me thinking. And it got me thinking, first and foremost, about what kind of legs could I use. So I was like, okay. I went digging, and I couldn't find anything. And then I remembered that I had an old Orc vehicle, which I made a long time ago, that has since broken. So I decided to reuse the legs for it. So these legs, again, are from Ramshackle Games. You guys should really go and visit their website, ramshacklegames.co.uk, I think. They do some really, really cool stuff. Again, it's that weird, funny kind of smelling resin, and it's quite sticky when you get it, but it does toughen up and dry up. But yeah, so these are what I came out with, and this was the bottom half of an Orc Death Dread or Mega Dread that I made many, many years ago. Since then, I've lost the top half for it, don't know where it is. But I thought, you know what, it's a really good excuse to use some cool mechanical legs. Obviously, I've not stripped these, because I remember painting them with an airbrush, so it was only a very thin layer of paint on them. I've literally done some very, very minor Adeptus Mechanicus customizations to it. We've got a little clear resin cast skull that's going to get painted up, completely opaque, and it's going to get painted up reaching around like them skulls there. That's basically what that is. That's like a reproduction cast that I made, a piece that I made of them, because I thought, you know what, I'd be a fool not to. Then we got some Adeptus Mechanicus crests and things. I actually traded. I got off the Facebook selling group, so you know who you are if who gave those to me. By the way, I'm always after little crests like these, little Adeptus Mechanicus logos. So if any of you guys have any knocking about, please shoot me a PM on Instagram or Facebook and let me know if you have any that you're getting rid of, or any that you wish to donate to the channel. I could always use them. So yeah, I've got these cool crab legs. However, my issue is that they don't really sit straight. I don't know why that is, so I had to get a little bit creative with the base. With the base, he sits like that with his claw on that main little skull there, and then the rest of this sits on there, and that brings it pretty much level, so that stuff's not just going to slide off and fall off. So that was that. I decided to add some little holes underneath because I'm going to have some cool little mechadendrites coming out, like little feedy pokey pinchers coming out from the front of it. And then I was like, oh, what shall I use to have to stand on, to put the guys on? And then it came to me, because it actually physically did come to me. When I got these little crests off the guy off the Facebook page, he sent me this wonderful, beautiful thing here. Now this is the top half of the very expensive Void Shield generator, which I am exceptionally happy about having. And I thought that is going to make the perfect, and I mean the absolute most perfect, palanquin top to have miniatures on. I'll be able to get maybe 3 or 4 miniatures. It's going to look cool as fuck, and I'm going to do it. Let's just take this off as well, because this is... I had this glued on, but I thought for the sake of the video I would break it off, just to show you guys this awesomeness. And before you say it, guys, yes, indeed, I have made a mould of this, because I would be foolish not to, with a piece that's this awesome, this cool. I had to make a mould of it. So there's my silicon mould, woo, flippy floppy, and then that's a piece that came out of it. That was my first pour, and it came out absolutely perfect, and I'm very happy that I can now reproduce these bits, obviously for my own personal use, I know there's going to be some people out there that are about to get on their high horse, about to get on their fucking keyboard warrior, you know, fucking crusade, and say, meh, 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 you shouldn't recast stuff, meh, 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 meh. Recasting is 100% legal if you're using it for your own personal use and not selling them. I goddamn hate those people that get so fucking militant about it. It really, really winds me up. Like, if I wanted reproduction of this part, obviously I'm going to use this, but I find it totally unacceptable to be forced to buy something that goes for like over £100 on eBay just for one part. Like, some people think that's perfectly acceptable, and do you know what? If you've got the money to do that, then all the power to you. Myself, I work a minimum wage job, and obviously I have to cut corners as best I can. But anyway, that being said, rant over. What else have I done to this? You guys see underneath, I've actually used some old blast templates. There's actually 2 in there to like thicken it out, and it fit pretty much perfectly inside. And this is going to fit pretty much bang on the top. Let me just put that in place. Press, press, press. I'm only putting it on roughly for you guys to see. This thing here is going to be going on the back of it like that. I'm going to put it on the base. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. And as you can see, I can then have a bunch of these guys. It's probably going to fall off because of the weight of the metal miniatures on there. Once it's glued, it'll be fine. I could probably have like 3 or 4 guys like displayed on this, and it's going to look super cool. It's going to look even cooler as well, because I was thinking to myself, well, they wouldn't just be stood on a big circle. They have some kind of force field holding them in. So what I've decided to do, I've got these bits from a terrain kit, and I'm going to paint these like this little section here, all nice and glowy on them. And that is going to go, there's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to paint them like the same glowy with these orbs here, and it's just going to look like there's like a bit of a force field on there. And then I'm going to be able to proxy this maybe as a dune crawler, like with like bare bones weaponry on it or something. I'm not quite sure yet, but I know that when I enter this army and Armies on Parade, it will look super cool as like a nice little focus point for the army itself. The next thing we're going to be looking at, guys, I'm going to put that there. First and foremost, leave a comment. What do you think of the Adeptus Mechanicus Planquin? Would love to hear your thoughts on it. You know, how do you think I can make it better? Do you think there's any way I can incorporate a gun? I did try and incorporate underslung guns, but they kind of got in the way of the actual like leg parts here, like the way it's actually made. I didn't have enough clearance underneath it. So yeah, let me know what you think on that, guys. I would love to hear your opinions on that. The next thing I am going to show you is something for the big project that I've been making. So, you guys, last video, seen this, which was a mount. So you guys today are going to find out what goes on the mount. For argument's sake, there is a magnet. Well, not for argument's sake, why am I arguing? No, there is. Factually, there is a magnet, a nice big strong magnet in here, because, guys, this is the mount for this honking great big fuck off Adeptus Mechanicus Death Ray. Look how fucking epic this is. .com. I was very, very pleased with how this turned out. This took me ages to make. It took me ages to work out how I was going to do it. It took me ages to like work out the placements of stuff. Like, it actually turns and spins. You know, all these are like in place. It's got like wheels on it. It looks very industrial. Just look at this fucking crazy ass like array here. This like, I don't know what you want to call it, this kind of scope sensor array. Just looks awesome. We've got transfers on it, we've got glowy bits, we've got awesome cables. This is actually from the Knight Majera kit, and it was awesome that I actually managed to finally incorporate this, because it's just a really cool like little coil of cables. I'm loving it. Moving around, we've got some more cool Adeptus Mechanicus iconography. We've got like, this is from the Galvanic Servo Haulers kit. It's a bunch of different things all chopped and cut up and spliced together, and I'm really, really loving it. When I did this, I looked at it for ages, just marveling at how awesome everything fit together. And then the top here, I actually have a little bit of room to put a model on there as well. As you can see, the White Dwarf in space fits perfectly. I'm very pleased about that. And he's also got a little self-defense gun on a turret down here. But yeah, guys, look, I made a cool thing. It's going to be awesome. Can you guess what it is yet? What it's going to be for? Oh, all will be revealed in the next video, guys. But with that being said, I would love to... I mean, actually, no, I'm not going to end the video yet. Is there anything I can talk about with this? Oh, yeah. For ages and ages, I agonised about how I wanted the actual, like, gun part, barrel to look. And I thought to myself, I really want, like, a dish. And I tried looking everywhere for, like, a radar dish type thing. And one was staring me right in the face. This is, like, the underside of the Mantic Veermin tunnel, like, tunneler. It's, like, the hatch on the front. I just turned it the other way, and boom, I had, like, an instant kind of, like, dish type effect. I think I might go in and do, like, a little glowy tip to this thing to look. This is about to recharge. And one of the things that I'm not happy with this is the fact that this glowiness here, it looks amazing on camera, but in real life it kind of looks a bit dog shit, so I wasn't too pleased about that. I might do some other little glowy effects here on these coils. And I think I have like a few bits of like washing to do, and some more little whistles and bells to actually do on it, but other than that, it's looking absolutely fabulous. I would love to hear your opinions on this gun, guys. What do you think of it? This is like a freaking crazy Adeptus Mechanicus fucking death ray. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to end the video now. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to turn the death ray at you. I'm going to fire. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like. It helps the channel immensely. I love reading your comments. Don't forget to check out the socials in the doobly-doo down below, and I'll see you in the next video. See you now, and goodbye.